Alright guys, sorry about that. We had a power glitch here. So it all shut down, came back up, and had to reset everything. I will do my best to find out where we're at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, one ball has been made since we left. So the question is did Gerson make it? And is he in the positive? We're going to find out right here. So there's the ball that went in and the one that he owes. So I will say that he made the ball. Well, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I believe that says chalk on the end of the table. We'll let it play out here for a minute. I do apologize. We had a little computer glitch, power glitch, something. My whole unit shut down. Wow. We really got some stuff going on here, don't we? Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 still, okay. That wasn't a called ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 14 left. So now someone has one. I'm not using the ball counter. So we'll wait till somebody moves a coin. This will be the last match for me tonight. I'm going to try to get you through it. We'll be back at 10 a.m. Gonna bank at this 11. Okay, he's going to owe 1 for that one. Okay, so we now know that Gerson is -1. So that would give Cam 1. -1 to 1 is what we're back to. 14 on the table, and he owes 1. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to leave him a shot here. There's all 15. So we're at 0, 0. I didn't think that hit the rail there. So 0 to -1 now. And we're at zeros. That ball will be coming back out at the end of Gerson's turn. He's just going to elect to go back to the bottom rail, start piling up the top rail again. Okay. 0, 0. Moving around here. Tick-tack, tick-tack. Maybe push the 4. No? Okay, we're going to miss the 4. Honestly, I don't understand why he would do that, but okay. As far as pushing the 4 in the side there. Okay, everything's still on the table. 0, 0. Cam's going to put one down to his side here. He's got him hooked on the 8. I'm going to try to get down below it. There you go. Cam's going to bring the 1 down also here. This is, you're going to have to move them all. And we're just going to push the 12 into the 1 in the back of the 8 ball, I think here. He may just stick him and leave him with the combo. Yep, just try to get him down below it. Cam's going to try to find another one that he can bring down. Maybe push the 9 ball in right here and get a ball on the spot. And hook him up in that corner. But the 1-2 ball, you don't want to leave that ball hanging out there. for a hiding spot. Maybe off the 2 and then behind the 3. Yep, we just push them in. Tried to make that ball, actually, I think, was the goal. Stack them all together and make that ball. Definitely trying to keep him from blowing these balls out of here. He elects to bring one back up and stay below. Keeping it in the stack so nothing's bankable out. Off the 3 and back in. Nope. Okay, there goes the 9 ball. I thought maybe he's going to come off the 3 and try to lay in there with a 15, but he didn't. He's all jacked up here in the corner. Uh-oh. Now we've kind of split some things apart. Put another ball down there for Can. Now we come off the 3 and try to get in there. Now I think we're going to see the 9 off the back of the 4. No? I don't know which way is best to do this. 9 off the face of the 4 and try to kick the 4 across. Bringing the 9 ball back up and around. And the 4 to your side. I think we're just going to thin off the 12 and go down below them again. We are. He's got a can pretty good here. One reel back out. Checking the 3 to see if it's touching. Making sure he got something. The 3 kicked off. The 2 hit the other side of the pocket, so definitely hit a ball there. Then back down, same process. Ain't gonna quite get over there. Here Can could elect to play in behind his 8 ball if he wanted. I think he's going to keep playing this corner. Going to keep trying to push him in and hide the ball. Score is 0-0. We've been as high as 2 and -1 and back around. Now Gerson keeps blocking him up here, so Can can't get a straight end shot. Can's gonna get the bottom of him here. Does he have a shot on the cross bank on the 4 now? Can't tell from here. I don't think so. I think he's going to come back up on the bottom of them again. Looking at thinning off the 13 and going down. Don't want to push the 3 in. Gonna get one down in there. Give Cam something to work on here is what he's thinking. Cam's got to be careful cross banking this ball here. He may look to bring that right back up. Okay, he pushed it over. Gonna make the 3? No. So now Gerson's forced to move something here. We're getting too many open balls over in Can's pocket here. Double kiss doesn't help him here. I think we can go for the 4. They can go for the 4-ball bank back to his pocket. The cue ball's going to come back up here. He's going to stick him back in this corner, but the 4-ball's sticking out now a little bit. Ooh, he may be hooked. Can may have hooked him on this 13 here. He has. So the 14 caught the rail there, if not the cue ball. Okay, we're going to get the referee on this one. Oh. Look who we have here. Oscar Dominguez. See John Hennis. You can't see it, but I can. Hennessy is playing shorthand right next door here. Okay, here we go. And I can't make out what they're saying, so. You can shoot the ball and watch him hit it. You cannot give any advice. Legal hit. Okay, so he called it a legal hit there. Boy, tell your friends about this one. Hit the like and share button here, guys. This is a match. Okay, no double kiss. Cue ball catches. Now there, I don't know. They're touching maybe. Now we're getting the 13 off the rail a little bit. Let's start spinning the cue ball. Still 0-0, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, correct. Still negative. It's still 0-0. If anybody would like to come into the Zoom and help with this one, come on in. Julie went to bed. Her name popped up on my chat. I was like, what the? Alright, we put the 3 in, hit the 13. The bank is there on the 13, but it's kind of hard being that close to the ball. Probably going to hook him up on the 10 here. That ball's going to come out. Okay, here. Let's see what we're doing here. I believe we're explaining the new rules that we was talking about fouling.
Yeah, two out. 4 balls. Right.
They're worrying about the time and the fouls for 2 hours. Verdict was there. I think they're warning them about the time and about the fouling. Safety play. Kind of what Mike Gully was talking about earlier if he was with us. Okay, there was a foul. Is the O ball here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that would have been the 3 ball that fell in. Okay, Oscar went for one there. Get back behind the 8. Okay, the 8 ball is there. He can't speak English, so he has an interpreter with him. Can's trying to explain to him.
Y'all spotting now?
Yeah, spotting now.
I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Time to spot on it.
We're spotting in. Okay, we took some balls off the table. We're spotting them in. So the ref is taking balls behind a line. So many balls behind a line. He selects which ones and spots them in. I'm going to say it's the closest 4 to the rail. Spot in is something to do with the time limit. Mike Gully was talking about it earlier about a new rule. Once they hit a certain amount of time, 2 hours or something like that, so many balls get spotted or moved. We just seen the referee spot the 4 closest balls to the top rail. Tick for tack has got to have a chance to be over. And we're definitely at the 1 foul apiece cancels out the 0. So Gerson has put on quite the match here with Can. They was talking about him the other day. New guy on the block. Pretty impressive. Turned some heads, and we've got to see it here. So if they didn't get to see this match, I'm sure it will get talked about a little bit at a time, and they will come and watch this one. Boy, I'm all messed up here. You guys probably yelling at me in the chat and stuff. I don't even know it. I forgot to switch my chat and my video. So I am in the right chat room now, if you guys have been trying to talk to me. Okay, there's one. think that's the first ball down. There may be another ball missing. I can't tell how many's in the stack now. I believe that was the 4 balls out of the stack. The 1, 3. No, I believe there's another one still in there. That's what happens when I switch screens. They make a ball. I can't tell. He wants to cut this down there, but he's worried about this scratch. I don't think the 12 ball passes the 8 ball either. Awfully close. Awfully close. Playing the combo is a sellout, I think. It slid right by there. Look at that. Gets him right down below the 8 ball. Excuse me. Bank the 8 one rail. Nope. Stack them up. Okay. Owes 1 there. So I believe it's 1-0 now. I'll know when I get the balls out of the stack. It may be 1-1. He may have made 3 there and just owed the 1. Something happened right when I switched over and around. I don't know what it was. So, Salim has the left pocket, and Gerson Martinez has the right. Sure, we're gonna look at this 4 here. It's gonna be risky going into the stack. If he tries to cross it, he's not gonna cross it. He's gonna thin off the 2 and stay down. Nope, he's gonna play a 9 ball. Okay. Parks them in the parking lot. Back out to the bottom. Puts another one on his side. Yes, so Gerson has 1. Can has 0. Or owes a ball. I don't believe he owed a ball, because if so, the ball that Gerson just paid would have canceled out. Okay, I'll say, is that gonna pop back over here? Cam's gonna look the kick out of this. Gotta believe he's gonna try to keep this tight. He's gonna give up this 14 ball, definitely. Over the 9. I've seen Gerson get a little aggressive here. Game 1 was really quick. This time he does not. That 9's coming back out of there. I don't think there's much going on in the stack. Yeah, that's what I looked for him to do right there. I don't think there's much bankable in the stack. He may just push a 2 ball down and kick the 1 ball off the other side. Nope, he just lays behind it again. So we're gonna move kind of the same thing here. We're gonna move this 2 ball. It's tighter to the rail now. Then off the 1, bring it, the cue ball back down again. Off the 2, okay. Okay. Now we're just going to thin into the bottom over to the side rail. Just like so. Now the 1's probably coming back up and we're going back down. I don't know, that's a kind of a wide angle there for that. Maybe off the 10 and back down, but you gotta be careful with how hard you push that. That's what he's looking at here. Just barely touch it. Still get to the rail. Well, he went ahead and pushed the 4 ball out of there. We got the... So the 9 on the bottom is opened up. There's a gap between the balls. But that's going to leave an 8 ball. Bank shot. Maybe thinning off the 13 and coming back down. Or back up, actually. He's just going to go into the side of it, try to get there. Okay, I think he's left the cross bank on the 8 ball here now. He just 2 reels it back out and puts him in the stack. This 3 ball is close here, but I don't see him going for it. Yeah, there was another ball there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 1 14 balls. Now, so many balls past the head string, they bring one back down again. Must be 5 balls in the head string, one comes back down. That is the rule, I believe, is what I just saw. It definitely wasn't the closest one to the rail, though. So they have to bring the balls back out of the head string or they just get spotted up here. Interesting. Let's see what we do here. 5 balls in the head string. Uh-oh. Closest one to the head string, possibly. The ref is there. Now what do we do about putting the 6? The 6 ball's close to where it was. Which you would think the 8 ball would be the closest one to the bottom rail, but we're getting a chance to figure it out and see the new rule. Okay, now the 8 ball is definitely the closest. We got 5 in there, so that one comes out. 6 ball would actually be considered in there also, so the 8 ball is going to come out. Yes, the 6 ball is not clear of the line. So the 6 ball counts as the 4th ball inside the head string. The 6 comes out, that leaves 4 in, so we're okay. Alright, so here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 behind the head string. 2 closest to the bottom rail. Maybe that in the 10. They post back up. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So somebody made one more. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So there's been 2 balls made here. I don't know who has the other ball. I just lost it. Get Mike Gully back in here if he's awake. He was talking about this. Good time to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we got them all back down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I count 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, we're back to 14 balls. I believe Gerson has one. He's going to go right in the middle. He tried to put him right in there. This match has been going on for score 2 hours and 31 minutes. Now the 13 is on the line, the 14 is on the line, so that's the 4 balls in the kitchen. He's looking at banking this 6 ball back over. Okay. Still 1 ball down. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 14 is considered in the kitchen, so the closest one to the rail. guess we ought to call that like mopping the kitchen or something. I don't know, I'm not sure what we'd even. I'm sure there's going to be a term for it come out outside of the term that they give them. Clean the counter. Can't say clean the counter. You'd think it is talking about the counter, ball counter. Be like cleaning the floor. The top end would be the ceiling, the bottom end in the kitchen would be the floor. You sweep the floor. I believe they called it a spot sweep is what they actually called it. So if you're just tuning in, more than 4 balls inside the kitchen area, the balls spot up to tentatively, and I'm sure it works more times than it don't, cut down on the time. Take out some of the tic-tac up table after the 2-hour time limit. Look at banking this 8-ball back across. I believe Gerson has 1 ball. Here comes Mike Gully. Mike, you with me, brother?
Hey, man.
Hey, man, are you with me? So the rule you was talking about earlier today or yesterday, after the 2-hour time limit, they took they left 4 balls in the kitchen area that are closest to the line. So everything closest to the bottom rail here gets spotted back up. So they spotted like 4 balls. And now every time a 5th ball gets inside the kitchen, which right now the 14 is considered being inside, the whole ball is not past the line, they spot the ball. So the score is 1-0 Gerson at 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Now
Here you're going to see
if
it.
there's
The 4 ball, ooh, I don't know if it cleared it or not. I think they're going to consider the 4 ball outside of the kitchen here. If not, then the 15 ball would be spotted.
well with the balls. Wait a minute.
You'll see
Who
it
are you
here.
talking about? Hennessy and
No, not Hennessy. They're on the table to the left. The table right in front of us. Salim and Gerson.
oh, okay. No, if there's balls in play, you don't bring those other balls down.
This is the new rule you was talking about. You watch here and see. Every time another ball gets inside this kitchen, there's 5 balls in the kitchen. The closest ball to the bottom rail gets spotted. Only 4 balls in the kitchen from here on out.
Okay, the pockets that count are where they are now, right?
Yes, the kitchen is at the
Okay.
bottom end.
Okay.
So you see the 13's right on the line, and the 14 is actually right on the line. The 4 ball is just over the line of the kitchen.
Yeah, but there's balls below the kitchen. That rule should only come into play when there's no balls down on the bottom zone. When all the balls are up above that head string,
Right.
that's when you.
Well,
Yeah.
only 4 balls can be above the head string now. Now every time
Say it again.
only 4 balls can be in the head string. Now if they push a ball back to the bottom rail here, that ball's coming back out. They're forcing them to play them down table. You'll see it here in a minute.
Well, earlier today in D's match, there was 5 balls in one corner and 4 balls in another corner, but there were balls down below, so it didn't come into play.
Right. Well, it should have,
But
depending
right
on which
now,
depending on which end of the table they're on.
yeah, but they were on the opposite end, like here. I mean, right now you got. Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. You got at least 8 balls past the head string.
Right.
So those balls would never come up.
Well, maybe as they make balls, that rule cancels out once there's so many balls. But
Yeah,
you would think because they made a ball, it would still be
but
in
if
play
all
because that's one less ball down table.
yeah, but if all the balls are past the head or back on this side, then you start bringing them down.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. They've already started bringing them down. So now every time there is
Yeah,
more
but
than
once you
4,
got balls in play, then you don't bring them down anymore until it happens again.
well, all the balls wasn't up here. There was only 6 balls up here to start with 15
Okay,
on the table.
So as of now, you don't bring any more balls down because you have balls in play.
They had balls in play before. That's what I'm telling you. There was 15 balls on the table, and they took 5 balls out of the kitchen and left 4. So there was still 5 balls down table. It was kind of weird. 10, so can is on 3 right now. We'll see here. If they bring another ball in the kitchen, we'll see if they take one back out. Like I said, we still had 15 balls on the table, or 14. Now here we're going to take one out of the kitchen. No, we're not. This one here, they gave them the option when they did it the first time. They kind of got to decide when to do it. And then once they did it, it's been done every time.
Yeah, when you messaged me, I thought Hennessy was doing that shit.
No, this match right here, Hennessy has been to this table to look at a shot. The referee has been there 3 times. Oscar Dominguez has been there once to look at balls.
I'll tell you what, do this. Bring up, go online and search Grady rule in one pocket and see what it says.
Are they following the true rule though?
Yes.
Okay. There's 2. You'll have to go back tomorrow and watch this match. Remember, it's the continued part. CONT. Go back tomorrow and watch this match all the way through, or maybe from the 2-hour mark. And
What time did the
see
match start?
8:30. Actually, like 8:45. It's been.
So they put them on. Somebody put them on the clock.
Yeah, the referee put them on the clock at 2 hours, and I actually looked at the table counter, and it was real close. So they've been playing for 2 hours and 45 minutes right now. So yeah, it was about 8:45 when they started.
Is Hennessy and Shohan still playing?
Yeah, they're actually playing on the table right next to this one, right to the left. It looks like they're maybe done. It would have just ended because I just seen Hennessy hitting balls there. Actually, no. Shohan looks like he's still there, so Hennessy must be at the corner of the table that I can't see. Yep, there goes the ball now. They're off to your left there. That
Yeah.
corner of the table you can see. I can tell you what the score is, though. Maybe.
So how many's left in the one
Shohan
pot?
has one game. There is no ball count, but it's one game, hour and 17 minutes. How many's left in the ball right now?
Yeah.
Man,
Is there a bunch?
That's all stuff you can look up. Yeah. Hang on here.
See, now here they go up again. I think you can shoot this 13.
See, now we have 3 in the kitchen. Yep. See, the 14 is considered in the kitchen here.
There's a 2-railer. He didn't hit it.
Now, see, he didn't want that ball in the kitchen. Um, 180 left as of right now. That don't count the rounds that are going on, but there's 181 that is scored as being out of the tournament. Now here they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls in the kitchen. They're not moving none out now. So there's a certain number of balls or something like you're saying there somewhere. See, now we're going to have 6 in the kitchen.
Yeah. Now, when that one ball goes in the kitchen, then they start bringing them down.
Okay, so they didn't have them all in the kitchen before. They got to kind of decide when they wanted to start that. So it must be once you get down to so many balls, then they all have to be in there. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I mean, I'm not an expert on the rule, but
right, we've only got 7 left, so I can't see them moving them now.
I don't think that's irrelevant. I could be wrong, but I think all the balls have to be up there, and then you start bringing them down. Now, I don't know if that one's touching the line. If it is, then the ball's got to come down.
Well, see, the ball has to be clear over the line, and it's not because the 14's barely touching the line.
No, if it's touching the line, then it's considered in the kitchen.
No. Yeah, if it's touching.
At Derby, all parts of the ball have to be over.
Yes, Yes.
In order to shoot a ball on a scratch shot, all parts of the ball have to be over.
Correct.
So
We've
if all
already
that,
been
if
already
any
been
part
through
of that ball, listen, Mike, if any part of that ball's touching, it's considered in the kitchen.
Yes, we've already been through that. That's what I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
you.
So as of right now, all the balls are in the kitchen.
No, the one ball is not in the kitchen.
It looks like it's
I can
close
see
enough
it.
to be
No.
touching. Okay.
No, the
It
14.
looks pretty damn close to
The
me.
14 ball is sitting on the 50-yard line of the kitchen. Before they put the 8 ball in there, you could see it. The 14 ball was on the 50-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
So that ball was in front of the 14 ball. That's why I said it's not in the kitchen.
Yeah, I see it now.
Now, do you see here? We just moved a ball.
See, that's what he's saying.
Right. The 14 is in the kitchen. Only 4 are left allowed to be in there. So the 7 ball to me is coming out. 4 balls in the kitchen.
See, they're doing it the wrong way.
The referee is right over there at their table watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the closest ball.
Closest ball to the bottom rail. The kitchen rail.
Okay. I had it backwards then. So it's the farthest ball away from the pocket.
Yes. Now that one's out, so nothing will come out until something else comes in. But only 4 balls can remain in the kitchen. So when they must hit the 1, they must have pushed that 14 in.
Uh-oh, that could be trouble. That could be trouble.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy rule.
I promise you, I'll be an expert on it tomorrow.
Right, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and ors in there. From what we've seen here, we don't really have nobody explain it to us, but we've actually got to see it in play. So if you go back and watch this match, it will make more sense to you, probably.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm a firm believer in the rules, and I'm usually the one that knows them all.
Right.
And it's killing me that I knew of the rule, but I didn't know all the particulars. Because that's like today when D was playing, 2 players cannot be negative at the same time. He was playing Ruiz, and they both owed a ball, which should have took them back to neutral. And they didn't go to neutral. They both spotted their ball to get back to even. And they shouldn't have did that.
I believe they both have to play a turn first.
Say it again?
I believe they both have to play a turn. Like if I'm -1 and then you go -1, I don't know.
Then it balances. It automatically goes to neutral. But 2 players can't be negative at the same time.
I wonder if that's not past the 2-hour time limit also.
No,
Because
I know that.
We had a guy yesterday who was -3.
Well, one guy can go -3.
Right.
But both players can't be negative at the same time. It can't be -3, -1.
Right.
If it's so.
That would make it -2, right?
Yeah. If it's -1, it could be -1. It could be -2. It could be -3, -4. But as soon as that other guy goes to negative, then you take one off of the higher number.
Right.
So that guy stays at even.
Right.
Yeah.
Is Fedor still playing?
Is Shohan and them still playing?
Yeah. Shohan's up 1 game. Fedor just got defeated by Anthony Magliano. 3-1. Oh no, wait, that's ball count. 3-1. They just started 26 minutes ago. That's ball count. Man.
Wonder who these guys beat. Because they don't look that strong to me.
just go tell you. Who we got playing? Salim. Salim has defeated Gage Knapp, Stuart Kenny 3-0. He lost to Clay Carmen, and he defeated Ryan Hollinsworth. And what's the other guy's name? Martinez?
Martinez.
Martinez, yeah. I know it's hard for you to read with that on there, but
Martinez, yeah, it's small.
Martinez, they was talking about him yesterday. He won against Pius Labutis. Lost to Jeremy Seaman 2-3. Beat Andrea Cincansero, that one we was watching earlier from Italy. He beat him 3-1, and then he lost to Jeff Beckley.
Well, you had him losing twice. If that's the case, he wouldn't be in here.
That's what this is showing, that he's lost twice.
Then he can't play. You only get one rebuy.
Man, that's what I'm going by.
Something's wrong.
No. This is Gerson Martinez. I'm talking about Martise Newhausen. Okay, let me look up Gerson here. That's what I was thinking. It don't sound right. Let me look up Gerson here. They was talking about him yesterday about being a kind of a surprise over there. So he did well in the 9-ball also.
Who's doing the?
Okay, Gerson has won 3 times and had a forfeit. Peter Law, Jay Pentland 3-0, Shane Winters 3-2, and then he had a forfeit.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice shot.
Who's doing the what? Fedor match?
No, who's doing Shohan?
Maybe Mike, maybe nobody. I don't know. I don't know if Mike's doing it or not. I haven't been over there to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I know Fedor just started his match, so.
He drilled another one. And he scratched.
Drilled one and he scratched. So I've totally lost ball count now. I had it.
Tell you what, they're
3-2.
pretty careless with the cue ball for being in round 4. I mean, they both look like they can make balls.
They've both played a hellacious match if you go back and watch it, but I think this game here just took a toll on them both. They're ready for it to be over. Okay, that's another one for Gerson.
This ball comes out.
Is it going to land in the kitchen? It is. So here we have 4 in the kitchen. But we didn't take it out. So we're going to have to look up. There's something to do with the ball count somewhere. Because that was definitely 4 in the kitchen there. Well, that's only 4, though. That was not 5. So over 4 balls in the kitchen. That's why that ball did not come out.
Yeah. All right, here we go. if at the end of a player's inning, all the remaining balls are in the kitchen behind the head string, the ball closest to the head rail will be spotted.
Okay, so that tells me that they're not playing it by the rule because they're not moving one ball. They're only leaving 4 in. So they've adapted that rule to where it's 4 or more cannot be in there instead of all balls. Makes sense?
And it applies in bank pool as well.
At Derby or just in
general?
General rules, okay.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if the Derby has it
Implemented or not.
Yes.
But it's definitely implemented in one pocket. And
right.
They're not saying all balls. They're saying more than 4 balls. At the point that you move them, only 4 balls can be in the kitchen at a time after your turn. Everything else comes out. Is from what I've seen here. Now, I will go through the rules in the morning and try to get a clarification. Now that we kind of know what the rule is and how they're doing it, now we can probably read the rules and make sense of it. You know what I mean? I can tell you now, for somebody new to the game of one pocket, it sure gave me a twist. Man, it looks like Hennessy show hand may be over.
And it doesn't go into effect until after the 2 hours.
That's what I seen, yeah. The referee let them know that they was at 2 hours. They was just over 2 hours. And he'd already been over there once or twice. So then he says, hey, you guys are at 2 hours. And he started explaining something to him. I got a volume on here, so I kind of tried to turn it up and hear it. But I couldn't hear at all what they was saying. No, show hands match still says 1-0 after an hour and a half. Riley is playing Scott Frost right now. Scott's on 6 balls, 2-1 games on Riley. Murphy's back to playing one pocket. He's up 2 games on Michael Bandy. And there's one other match, which is Francisco Candela and Matt Dunbar. They're tied 4 balls apiece in the third game, 1-1. There you go. Salim just won that game, so that does it. Okay. Well, you got homework, I got homework. We'll try to figure it out. Let me see if Mike's on Fedor here.
Yeah, I'd like to go over to the Hennessy match.
Well, I can do that too. I think Mike's doing it, but
I mean, I seen it on, but I never heard anybody.
Right. Well, you might not hear anybody. We'll stick around here for a minute. I mean, I can swing right over there. Let me see what table they're on. I mean, if you
wouldn't mind going over and doing it. I wouldn't want to do it by myself. If you want to go over with me.
Well, if you're doing it with me, you're doing it by yourself. Table 15, right next door. I haven't done any Hennessy this tournament. Nowhere did I say that was by accident. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
There you go. We're checking the level of the table.
Is this Hennessy's table?
This is Hennessy Shohan's table, and I think
Yeah.
this is table 15. Is this the table we was on earlier when you said, "Did you see that ball roll off?" I believe it was.
It was the bottom right.
Well, I'm trying to remember what match. Do you remember who was playing?
Um,
I cannot remember who. It was when D and Zuter was in there, right? No, because
no, I didn't do Zuter.
well, we had Zuter, and then we went back over and
It
found
wasn't
D.
D.
Uh,
It might have been
that was
Jeff somebody.
that was Derek and Julie. Okay, Jeff Brentley. Possibly. We've done so many games, I can't remember what is what. But
The guy from Italy.
right, it
The
was
guy
right.
from Italy.
Yeah, that was the one that was in the corner of the room.
Yeah, Lambrusco or whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
I want to say Cincinnati, or Cinciano. I don't know how to say that name. We got the dollar bill in our hand, checking it though.
Check with Mike and see if he's streaming
I
this.
sent him a message there. He didn't answer me.
Yeah, he's probably eating.
I'll tell you what, I can just go right to the source.
Oh man, I made me 2 fillets
Oh, don't
with
start talking. I ain't left my computer yet.
sauteed mushrooms and teriyaki glaze with a baked potato.
Boy, they did get in the chat there towards the end. Glad everybody enjoyed that match. I actually enjoyed that match. It was kind of like when they got into the tic-tac a little bit, I kind of got lost, but I could pretty much tell what they was going to do. Both of them played it kind of the same. Gerson kept playing the bottom, actually the top rail. Mike is doing the Hennessy match and the Fedora match, both, right now. So yeah, he has them both on. He may be sleeping. Tell you the truth, it's quarter to 12. He's sitting there by himself.
Let's see if I can reach him.
Yeah, tell him to zoom you in there or something. We can go over and watch a little bit of the Fedora match, and I can keep an eye on Hennessy's table here. It don't really matter that we're doing different matches. I don't expect everybody to switch over now. I can keep an eye on this table here. And when they get done with what they're doing here, we can come back to it. What do you think?
Okay.
Let me get me another VLC started. There it is. And this is table 15. There we go. I got eyes on this table now. Let me go see where Fedora and them guys are at, because I don't remember. Digital pool. Man, this thing kills me. Table 21. So we're going to bump over to Fedora here for a minute. There we go. And they are using the ball counter, so I'll tell you what the score is now. 5-3, game 1, Fedora. It just changed over. Fedora just won that game. So this must be the second game. Or maybe they moved it just real quick there. Let's see what they do. That is game one. Jonathan won the last match, so they are 1-1 on the Hennessy match. So that's game one.
So Fedora's up 2-0.
Nope, that's 1-0 right there. And they're still working on the table. I'll keep an eye on Hennessy's table for you. You can go ahead and talk about this one here. So the ones in our room, you get a little bonus. You didn't have to go to
Who's the guy Fedora's playing?
Oh, let me see. Anthony Meglino. Anthony Meglino.
That's a great break right there. That textbook. And look at Fedora.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No fear, man.
What table did I say this was? 21?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to attempt it. This wasn't working earlier. It was giving me fits, but I'll see if I can get their square layover.
I know what Shohan would do here. He'd play a ticky off that 3 and make that 8.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the. I thought the 9 ball was the cue ball.
Oh.
Man, he turned that break around immediately.
Yep. And your ball counter and everything is there on this one, so we'll see if they're. I think they're using the ball counter actually, because they just did. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. We're gonna let Hennessy hit a ball around here. They got the table level. Hennessy's actually checking it.
I knew he'd be the one to complain.
And I don't know that he is the one that did complain, but he's the one checking her out.
Well, if he's checking it out, then he's the one to complain. Great shot.
I seen Anthony play a really good set yesterday in the banks. He's not really a pushover.
That's unfortunate there.
Mm-hmm. He just ever so slightly got rolled in behind it here.
You better be careful.
We're still playing with the table.
Who won between Mackey and Booker last time?
Oh, Mackey.
He gave him
Booker.
What, three on the wire and didn't have to shoot the 8 in.
I think he gave him more than that. I think he gave him 5 on the wire and didn't have to shoot the 8. But Booker didn't even show up for the match. Basically, it was like 25-10 or 25-12, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, Mackey got a pretty good set of eyes there for 3 or 4 days. He did Booker and somebody else that he beat up pretty bad.
If he could just make balls on his break, he'd be so much better.
Mm-hmm.
He played that girl, and she had an awesome break. He got lucky and won. He's not supposed to win that match.
Right. Yeah, her break made his break look worse.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Fedor playing off the 12. It's a good shot.
You bank the 7 here?
I don't. Maybe. I mean
You can't leave anything.
Yeah.
And you got 3
long
ways
as you
to make
keep it,
something.
as long as you keep it on the left side of the table, you're not going to leave anything.
Yeah, just use a little bit of inside. You can make the 7 off the rail into the 10 or off the 3.
Right. If they do shoot something, they're going to shoot the 12 and they're going to go into the stack or even into your pile. So I think he's going to shoot. I think you can see the 10 ball, tell you the truth. Or is he going to play the 15-10 past the off the rail?
I don't know. I'm going to learn something here because I would never be shooting down there.
They're still
Here's a trivia question for you. Of all the pro players out there right now, who chalks their tip the most before each shot?
Of the pro players?
Yeah.
I don't really know on the pro end. If you're going to consider Hennessy a pro, he's there.
He's second.
He's second?
Yep. Fedor, by far.
Right.
He'll go through a whole piece of chalk in a match. I don't understand this shot.
You do now.
Yeah. You better hope it don't go. But he's going to accomplish the same thing the other way.
Right.
With a better chance of making a ball.
Well, even if that goes, he's still got a shot on this top ball in the stack. The one that's just out of the stack. I mean, he could bank it right back over there also.
Yeah. Yeah,
can't see the 7, but he can see that one.
He's got to float it down in below those balls. Like so. I'll tell you what, the more I watch Anthony, the better I like him. He's got some skill.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be from Italy.
Nah, not this one.
Think.
Not this guy here.
Sure?
Huh?
Where's he from?
Who? The Anthony Megalano?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see if I can find him on something.
He looks Italian.
Anthony Meglio. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. That's crazy. Tamarack, Florida is where he's living at. Is where he's from now. Don't know where he's actually from, but that's where he resides at. It's in Florida.
Yeah.
You know what? I could be a nice guy here.
Uh-oh. I know what me and Shohan would shoot here. I'm kicking the 10 in.
We're still playing with a table over there. That's gonna make it for a late night.
Did they start playing again?
No, we're still working on the table. I got two VLCs. I got one on this match, and I got one that you can't see that is actually I got on the table there.
I'm kicking the 10 ball in here. He might try to spin this 7 down into him.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't leave much by kicking it. As long as you don't hit the 8-3 funny and push the 3 across.
Yeah. Oh, he hit it too hard.
Come up short here. He's just gonna move it to his side. Well, I can't quite see if that. I think it's the 15 and the 11 there. Are they touching, or can he push it to the 2? I don't think so. I think they're too close.
He might have a dead 3 ball. Bank the 10 ball into the rail, into the 2, into the 3.
Right, that's the 8 ball there, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Is it the 8?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, face off the 10.
It might be dead.
Right, face off the 10 ball.
And he cleans them all out. The 10's got a possibility of going in off the 8, but he cleans all those balls out, and he got a good chance of making that 3. I mean, it looks wired, but it does have a little bit of gap in between it.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
I like it.
Looks more like he's just going to push the 8 and push the 3 both. Nope, he come right around it and stayed below him. Trying to get that back in the bottom of the stack, I believe.
Oh, he's
now
in
he's
trouble.
Off Fedora dead bank.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He ain't missing this. He's 90% on this.
Got enough? Nope. Now they moved that ball that was over there. I'm not so sure. Well, he's going to push the 11 to Fedora's pocket if he does it, so I don't see that happening, but he's going to clear these balls out of here.
You might play the 3 cross bank and make that ball on the same shot.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a chance of scratching behind it.
If he thins a 3, just touches that ball, you have to make sure it goes in and stays behind the 8.
I think that's what he's doing.
Just stay in behind the 8. No, he hit it too hard for that. He got them all out of there.
Wow.
That was a risky shot without scratching.
He was playing his ball. He got lucky. There's no way he's that good.
Yeah, he was banking the 3. But he got pretty lucky. The speed he hit it, he didn't scratch the ball.
He couldn't have did it better with his hand. Now, Fedora may play that combination. No, he hit it bad. He's struggling with the speed of the table, it looks like. Was there any good matches tonight in the Omega room?
I have no idea.
There was 2 guys playing today before I started streaming with you. My God, were they bad. They were playing for 10 grand. I mean, they were bad. One of them's nickname was Kentucky. He was playing this guy that I don't know if he had a disability or what, but he shot like he was playing with his offhand.
All right, here we go on
And
the 7. 2 reels back.
that's the third one of those he
Wow.
didn't make it. But yeah, that's the third one. The other 2 he drilled. Now, see, I'm Greek in this ball. I'm coming in behind it.
He's going to kick it across. Oh, putting it in the stack.
I'll tell you what, for not bringing any of the balls up table, they're moving pretty good.
Right.
Both players. Now, here's a question for you, Mike. Since they're working on that table, is it still going to be considered if
I would
it
imagine.
goes over 2 hours, they
No,
play the Grady rule?
I would imagine once you call the table mechanic to the table, or the ref calls him to the table,
Stop the
actually,
clock.
I would imagine you'd have to stop the clock. You can't penalize the players for that. If you did have a penalty to the players, you'd have to offer them to just move to another table.
Makes sense.
Which may have actually happened. I don't know. Let me look. I mean, if so, I wouldn't know how to tell. Maybe the scoreboard.
Well,
Nope, Hennessy's still. Okay, they did move. They are actually playing on. Cause I just see Hennessy rack, and they're gonna play on table. What was we on? 16, 14, 16, I believe. Yeah, they moved to the table that we just came from, actually.
can we go there?
Well, if you want to go there, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
rather
know
go
how many
there.
people's watching this match and how many ain't. So,
How many is?
I don't know. Mike's on both of them, so you can watch all of them on his. Let me see here. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Here we go. That's not what I gotta do. So now I gotta change all my scores and everything. There you go, you're there. Let me change this again. Not even sure what they did. Let me look at this first. We can leave Fedora's score there, and we'll know what's going on over there.
Are you staying up? Do you want to stay up?
I'm so ready for bed now. It ain't funny.
Well, I can go ahead and log off and go over to Mike's, and since he's got both of them on, you can go ahead and get some shut eye.
Right. It shows Jonathan's up 2-1 now, so there was another rack gone there. They must be just using the same, they're using the same score is what they're doing. They're just walking over there. So they changed tables, but they did not change, iPads. Or brought it with them or whatever. You can see the table mechanic, top left corner, knelt down there working on the table.
Yeah.
So this is 2-1, so go ahead, we'll finish this out. We'll keep an eye on the Fedor match. Fedor's up 3 balls to 2 balls in that rack. But yeah, Mike's got both of these matches on right now on his. He did answer me. Back down to -1. Gully, it's cold in Ohio.
Buddy, it's colder than that here.
I bet you. We was down to about -6 last night.
When I drove home from Morgantown, that's what it was. And with the wind chill, it was probably 15.
This looks good by Hennessy here. Oh. Boy, that's right in the middle of the pocket now. We're going to kick this one in, foul or not. There you go.
I'll say one thing. Tony don't mess around.
No, he don't.
He makes up his mind and shoots.
Yep. He's got his mind made up before he even gets to that table. Let me see. Okay, they're not doing ball counter there, I don't think. We'll keep an eye on that.
Well, you can bet your ass Hennessy ain't going to put anything in that.
Yeah, I don't see Hennessy seems like one of them guys. He's not going to give you a ball unless he absolutely has to give you a ball.
Well, Joe got him a couple weeks ago. He came to Frank's for 3 days.
Okay.
Did you hear about that?
I heard something about somebody being down there, yeah.
Yeah, Hennessy came in. He gave Joe 15-5. Joe beat him the first day. The second day, they played 15-6, and Joe beat him. And then the third day, they come in, and they played 15-6 again, and Joe won the first game, and Hennessy broke his stick down and quit.
Joe
Gotcha. That owns Frank's.
Right. I seen Alex was over here. How did he ended up doing in the one pocket?
Where?
Here.
Oh, I don't know. I talked to him, I think last Friday, maybe. Either Friday or Saturday morning. Him and Butch Weimer are there.
Yeah. Yeah, I kept seeing Butch Weimer's name, and I'm like, I know that name, and I just couldn't place
What a
where it
great
was
guy,
from.
man. What a great
Right.
guy.
Alex had one win and then a double loss. I'm looking at it now. Come on.
What about Butch?
Butch had a loss and did not buy back in. And that's what happened there.
How about Shane in the banks, man?
Yeah.
Or Shannon Murphy?
Shannon Murphy, yeah. I believe he did lose there that last round, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know for sure. I was running it and commentating at the same time, so I haven't really been looking at too much.
How good does Julie play?
I don't really know. I mean, I've seen her play here and there. It depends on what game and what table and all that, you know. I don't know. She's a decent player. Her and Angela, Amy Theriot, I mean, they all play about the same speed. She came down and gave Booker some kind of crazy weight and beat him all over his own 9-foot table down there when Zach was playing somebody down there. Zach was playing somebody one pocket. Buffalo. It don't seem right. It was somebody else he played one pocket with. But they was down at Vipers there, and Julie played Booker while they was there.
Julie played Booker.
Mm-hmm.
They play even.
I don't remember. It's been so long ago. I don't remember what the deal was.
Who won?
Julie. Julie beat him all over the table.
So you got Hennessy up 2-1.
I believe that's what it is. Yeah.
Now these two played in the finals last year, and Shohan beat him, right?
I believe so. Yes. Sounds right. I don't know if it was the finals, but I know it was up there.
Yeah, it was the finals.
Uh, 3-2, one game. Yeah, Jonathan's up 2 games. Fedor and Anthony is still 3-2 in that second game. Yeah. There's a nice bank by Tony. So Jonathan's up 2-1 here. Two to 1. 2 balls to 1 ball here. I don't know what they're calling now at 12 o'clock in the morning. Maybe they're doing a, wow, Tony just missed that 7. I don't think he was worried too much about making it, but the way they're just calling games out over the loudspeaker, I think they're doing some hot games there. They are still working on that table. Must be doing some minis or something there. Uh-oh, Tony Shohan behind the back here. We're going to push Jonathan's ball in. Jonathan's going to have 3. Three to 1. Jonathan. We know who it is there, Brenner. We left that up there so you can keep track of the score over there. The score is 2-1. John Hennessy is beating Tony Shohan. And the ball count is 3 to 1. in this game, John. So if you have your voice on, you'll understand that. They're not using the ball counter, so it does no good to turn theirs on. Okay, Hennessy's gonna lose one, but he made one there in his pocket. That's not good.
What's that make it?
Well, it's gonna be 2-1 now. That would have been 4, so he loses one. 2-1. John is still up by 1 ball. Okay.
Oh,
Tony made his ball.
yeah, he got unlucky. That ball went in the corner up here instead
Right.
of going back down.
Right, so that one's going to come back out. So it's 2-2. 3-railer on the way. Past the 15. Woo! Was that close?
Ding, 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 ding.
How many times do you think he's practiced that? 3. There's 4. Ooh. Now, has he got enough space down there? I don't think so.
Well, Tony's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he has. And he just pins Hennessy on the 11. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. And there's the ball that he made extra. Okay, that makes 15 balls. That's correct.
I think it's funny. Tony's got that shirt on, says nobody likes a nit.
Is that what that one says?
Yeah, on the front.
Oh.
And everybody thinks Hennessy's the biggest nit there is.
Oh. We'll go back and see if this dude said anything now.
So we know Hennessy's got 2.
Right, Hennessy's on 2 balls. Tony is on 4 balls now. And Hennessy's up 2 games to 1. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here in a minute. I'm getting ready to do it right now, actually.
Did Fedora win?
I don't know. They quit using the ball counter. That's why I left that up there, was just for that. It's 1-1 now. Okay, so that game went on forever. The score is 1-1 with Fedora and Anthony Maglione. You keep track of the ball count here. I'm going to do some typing. Tony's got 4. John's got 2.
4-2.
4-2. I'm going to try to do this real quick for this gentleman. I guess it's going to be the quickest and easiest right here. Okay, still 4-2?
No.
Okay, what's the score now?
5-2.
5-2. There we go. We got it. 5 balls to 2 balls. Okay. Make him happy. Let him enjoy it, I guess. I wasn't going to do that. I didn't know how long the match was really going to last. We didn't even know we was going to get to the match. They was working on the table, and they jumped over on us and switched tables, and we didn't notice it. Of course, we're in Ohio, they're in Indiana, and nobody called and told us, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
And you know what? I can help everybody out. Let me go back to this. We can do this right here. Hang on. Look at that. Everybody's got a score now. Now everybody knows what's going on.
I missed that restaurant they used to have at the casino where you could get those all-you-could-eat crab legs.
Oh, okay. I've never been over there, so.
You've never been to Derby?
No.
What are you waiting on?
Well, I've never played good enough to go, and then they started this here. Mike's never went over. We talked about going over the one year, but we've always been somewhere whenever the Derby's going on. Last year we started doing this. We actually quit doing whatever we usually did this week and stayed home all last year for this when Zach started the all the cameras. Me and Mike was the first ones to stream it this style. So we scheduled around it this year again. This wasn't as full blown last year. This was kind of a in the process thing last year when we did it. And then he did the International Open this way, and then now he's back to doing this one as far as Zach and Digital Pool.
Well, he had asked them to put his cameras on the on the bottom floor, and for some reason they didn't.
Right, right. Yeah, they'll sort that part out. That's none of our problem. I don't get into politics of that stuff. Outside of just trying to calm Mike down sometimes, but
I meant to get him a big blow up picture of Buffalo for Christmas, and I forgot.
now back to
Is he kicking this ball?
not sure. So back to the question that we had. Table time, table mechanic, 2 hours 21 minutes right now on this match. So I guess we'll see what happens as far as
I was thinking the same thing.
how long the table mechanic, how long they was under that little pause, we don't know because they was under it before we got there. Be interesting to see what they come up with on that. Or it's the last match of the night and they're not going to even worry about it. Who knows?
Well, you can't not worry about it if it's a rule. You've got to.
Right. Well, the rules in
Yeah.
place. The rules in place for table time, for scheduling. So I don't know what they would do because here we have all the balls in the kitchen. But again, when is the 2 hour time limit? We're not going to be able to tell on this one. But we've got them all in the kitchen now. Wish the referee was part of the table time fix or the table fix there. He was standing beside the table, so I'm gonna guess that they've already thought of that. I mean, I'm sure he's around there because there's not much going on. Matter of fact, we're down to the 2 matches, Federer and these guys. The score over there is, oh, you got it right there. Is that correct now? No, yes, that is correct. That's the correct score for Federer and Anthony's match. Five, 2, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're still good. Hennessy's on the hill here. He's trying not to give up anything. And Tony's trying to get Hill, so he's not giving up anything either, even though he's up 5-2 in the ball count.
You might play this ball.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't. Especially like there, you can play it smartly. Hennessy's got 2 balls there, so we're not looking at the 15 getting kicked too much.
I think I'm spinning off the 15 and going down table.
Right. I bet you Hennessy's going to try to play this 12. What'd I tell you? Give him 3. I don't know what he gained from it. Outside, he can see the 8 ball. He can move the 8 ball now. I moved my notebook. Not good when you're the math teacher. Okay. 4-3. 5-3.
You might 2-rail this ball.
You said 5-3. Yeah, he's got a little better angle here than he had before. And he's really put Tony back in the corner here.
If the cue ball's not froze, all he's got to do is pinch it.
Now here I fixed my piece of paper, but I gotta remember to fix this.
I think I'm shooting that. Is that the 8 or the 4?
This is the 4 up here by him. The 8's
I'm
down.
shooting 4. Yeah, I'm playing a combination.
Playing the
here.
combination here.
Yeah.
The 8 ball's down by Tony's pocket.
Well, I'm playing the 4 whatever that is down there. 4-10.
Right, you got to make it though. And the 15.
No, all you got to do is follow it. You're not going to leave anything.
You won't leave that 8 ball sitting down in that pocket?
Oh, you're going to come off that rail over there by the side pocket.
Get to the bottom rail.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He didn't like your idea. He ends up on the bottom rail. He can still cross bank the 12 ball back over, or the 4 ball if he misses. So it's kind of a gutsy play. He makes sure he moves them all out of the table here. The 10 ball. Yeah, Henny's going to go at it. He's hoping it gets all the way up to not leave the bank shot. Henny's not afraid to get aggressive, especially with him being on the hill. You didn't see him hit it pocket speed and leave it 4 inches up the table either, though, right?
Right.
What's Tony looking at here? Thin off the 8 and just go back down table?
He might be able to. No.
He's going to push the 15 in there and go back down table? Yep. That's probably a smarter move with the 15 ball sitting out there, I would say. Because it takes it out of play for Henny to go at it again there. Thins off the 8. See, I'm starting to see the shots. I didn't say I can go play one pocket, but I'm starting to get the fundamentals of it down a little bit here, ain't I?
That's 80% of it.
Thinning off the 15 and the 4, okay. Uh-oh. Ooh.
What happened?
I thought you see where the cue ball stopped?
Yeah.
I was scared there for a second. It barely
Spotted
caught
a
there.
ball. Why did he spot a ball?
He made the ball in the top corner here.
Oh, okay. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
that ball was up here in the top corner. He pushed the 8 into it. Yeah, he wanted to make the ball and get back down table, but he just barely caught that bottom rail and stayed out of that pocket. We're just going to push this ball back in. Well, I thought he was going to.
Look where Whitey is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew the ball was going back down. Tony's going to just hit this one. Well, he thinned it back. I thought maybe he'd hit that later and Move it down there. Right back dead in the middle. These guys got enough experience. They know what each other's going to do before they do it. I think Hennessy may fire.
What?
Is he going to fire at this again?
Depending on the gap in those two balls, he might be able to pinch that one ball.
In the 15 and the 1?
Yeah.
Or behind the 10?
Yeah, that ball might go.
You don't think he fires the 14?
Where's the cue ball going?
I don't know.
He's looking at it. See it?
Mm-hmm. Is he going to try to thin this one into the 5 and roll it down? No way.
I think he is.
That's way too far up table to keep that ball straight, isn't it? Nah, he's gonna
He could
kick
he
the
could
8.
scratch.
Okay, he's gonna kick the 8 across. Okay.
He made it.
Wow.
Nice shot, Jonathan. Nice shot.
Okay, 4 to 5. Sorry about the pin clicks.
He's got a one rail to 4, don't he?
Well, he was looking at that one as we were saying a minute ago. Is he going to thin?
This is an easier shot than what he just took.
Right.
He held it too much.
And now he's got Tony where Tony has to play defense.
He could kick off that rail and play that ball over.
Does Tony kick one rail here and just bring that ball back up? No?
No. He just got in too deep. That guy got to start wearing suspenders. His pants are falling.
Oh, he wants us to get over there a little ways. I think Hennessy just went fishing right here. I think he just thins it and just lays in behind, right?
Won't play his ball. It's free. He's going to spin out of there.
Oh, he spun right out of there. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if he got out of there. That gives him 6 right there.
Yeah, he's right up his alley. That's a layup for him.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd get around the 14 with the cue, is what I was looking at.
He spins that ball like nobody. That was automatic for him. Tony got 6.
Yep. Oh, yep. Got to keep the score on the screen, not the paper. How so bad is this? It's actually 6 to 4. I write it down on the paper and don't put it on the screen. That's horrible, isn't it? We know what Anthony would do with that ball, don't we?
Uh-oh.
Too hard. Okay, Jonathan's going back down to 3.
How about that shit?
Yeah,
Tony
that's my
Tony
chalk.
was using Hennessy's chalk.
That's my chalk.
You see?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's using it. He just picked it up there. And Jonathan's like, oh no.
No, he was going to use it.
Well, yeah, he's going to.
You know what I would have did? Oh, Tony.
Oh, Tony.
You got to cinch that ball, Tony.
To the right rail. Yes, sir.
Now, here's what I love. Because I'm double kissing this ball every time. Watch how he gets out of this. Probably come off the bottom.
He tried to make that 8-ball with it.
Yeah. Well, that was a double kiss from hell.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't leave the cue ball down there.
I think I'm touching this 1 ball now.
No. You come in behind. Is that the 4 down there?
8-ball.
8. You come in behind the 8 and it takes them both out. You come off the bottom rail and kick it. And you take the 8 and the 14 up the table.
I see that shot.
Yeah. But you hit it with some speed so that it holds the cue ball right there. He's going to try to get fancy and slow roll it. He's going to get in trouble. What'd I say?
Mm-hmm. 2-2. There's the referee. See the ref here? Are we going back to table 15 now? Is that what we're going to do?
No, he's probably explaining the grade to him. And Hennessy's probably losing his mind right now.
It may just be quiet enough in there I can hear what they're saying. I doubt it.
See, I just don't grasp a guy of Hennessy's caliber not to see that kick to take both those balls out of there. You can't. You got to have too much touch to do what he tried to do.
Right, I wouldn't say he didn't see it, but he was trying to stay
I don't
right on top of that ball.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Right. All right, here we go. Keep it. What'd you call that? The galley rule? Great, something rule.
Grady rule.
Grady rule. I'm gonna write that down. Grady rule. I'm thinking that may have been what we was just talking about there. I'm thinking. We'll see as it plays out here. We're at 2 hours and 39 minutes. So he may have told him, 10 minutes we go to that or whatever. We'll have to see how it plays out. Federer's up 2-1.
Yeah, I saw that.
With these two guys here, you may not see enough balls get in this kitchen if they get the right shot. I'll be right back. Okay. Didn't miss nothing, did I?
What's that?
I said, okay, I didn't miss nothing, did I?
No.
Okay. I hate to miss something. Okay, ball count 0-0 here, fellas. And you would think, speaking of this Grady rule, now they just now got Hill. And say they hit the time limit of 2 hours right at the break of this game, being Hill. You would think you would have to let this game kind of play out so far, like 15 minutes or something, some kind of time limit, before you would put that rule into effect on a brand new game. Am I right? You understand what I'm saying?
No. No, because think about your just like your pee wee baseball or even high school. They got the mercy rule now, where it could be over.
Right. That's so many runs ahead or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't play a time limit and then say, well, the next score wins in that situation.
Right.
But with the game just starting, the third game just starting right at the 2 hour limit, I could see the referee walking up and saying, okay, this game can go on for 15 minutes and the Grady rule is in effect. I can't see him saying, break the rack and the Grady rule is in effect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they must have been over the time limit for him to say it before the game started.
Right. So I think they kind of, in my opinion, I think we need to let this game go on for a certain reasonable amount of time.
Yeah,
before we force them into it.
There's no way that the maintenance guy worked on that table for 30 minutes before he had him go to another table.
I don't know.
He made it maybe 15, but not 30.
No, because they was already working on that table when we ended our other match, and then we watched them work on the table for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we went to Fedor's match. So it could be somewhere around a half an hour. I don't think it'd be over a half an hour, but probably 15, 20 minutes at least. So they may be over the 2 hour limit, or maybe they was coming right up on it. I don't know.
Well, I can assure
like I said,
you
we don't know what they said to him. We'll find out when we get 4 balls in the kitchen right here.
Well, I can assure you that referee is going to give the pros every consideration that he can.
Correct.
And be as lenient as he can versus 2 amateurs.
Correct. Which Salim is considered a pro. And that's who was in the last match.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see how they play it here. We got 4 in the kitchen now, and the rule is more than 5. The closest to the bottom rail comes out. So 4 can remain. And here comes the referee, see what I mean? So I'm going to say the 13 ball is coming out. See how many balls are on that table?
Yeah.
Okay. So once the Grady fuels, right, once the rule's in effect, 4 balls only in this kitchen. Now here, let's see.
Yeah,
the 3 balls coming out.
Yeah, they've tweaked this.
Right, 3 balls coming out. Which I feel that the players could play a game with them on this, really, if they wanted to. I mean, we can sit here for 2 hours and just keep putting balls in the kitchen and watching them take them out. You know what I'm saying? Two of the Ray players could just torture them with that.
Yeah, like I said, that this isn't the way the rule was written or was played. All the balls had to be over the line.
Right. So in that case, we're not playing it for time limit. We're playing it because there's no play left besides tic tac. If you get all the balls on the top rail, then yeah,
Right,
we're gonna re-rack or we're gonna do something.
right.
Same rule in eight ball. Eight ball, you get to a certain point, you can call it re-rack. This here is for time limit, so they've taken that rule, implemented it, and then they said, okay, anything past four balls in the kitchen, they're coming back out automatically, so we don't even get into the tic tac game. Now, when they implemented it before, they was in the middle of a game, and there was actually like 9 balls in the kitchen, and they literally picked up 5 of them and moved them out and lined them up. I'm kind of glad
I've never
this
seen it.
kind of glad this is happening late at night. We don't have a whole lot of viewers, and we kind of apologize to the viewers that are here. But this is a new rule, and we'll need to know this carrying on throughout the tournament. It's going to happen more and more. The more the cream of the players come up, the more chances of this happening is. So this is a new rule after they hit 2 hours. Now the part that surprises me on it is they seem to be moving them as soon as they get in there. They're not even waiting for the guys. Well, I guess the guys turns over. Yeah. Nobody's made a ball and ended up with one in the kitchen yet. We'll see if they get to. If you make a ball and then you push a ball in the kitchen at the same time, it's still your turn. I wouldn't think they could move the balls
Yeah,
in.
you've got to
They would
finish that
have to.
inning.
They would have to wait till your inning is over to move them. You would think,
Right.
because you can still
Because
bank that ball.
if that's the case, you could make a ball and knowing that you're going to push a ball down and get straight in when he spots that ball up. So that would be an unfair advantage.
Right, right. I don't. I could see them leaving them in there for the inning, and you can bank them out. You can move them around or something. Yeah. So what's our ball count now? Is 1-0 now? 1, 2.
They're all on the table, aren't they?
Yes. I
Three.
thought we made one. Oh, Hennessy made one, but it was wrong pocket. It came back out. So for you, somebody that plays it all the time, this is going to kind of change the play here.
I would never play with it.
Right. This is going to change the way you got to play some of these balls now.
Yeah. Now I don't mind only one player can be negative. I would gamble that way, but I would never gamble with the Grady rule.
Right.
That's just like
Is there a rule? Is there a rule at a certain point that you do lose a game by going negative, like a -5 or something? Or
no,
no?
no.
You could be negative 13 balls and come back and win the game.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you this before, but Patch played D 15-5, and before D made a ball, he took 5 scratches, not in a row, but of his first maybe 9 or 10 shots, he took 5 intentional fouls.
So now he's playing 20-5.
He ended up going 20-5 and still won.
Wow, that's strong. Well, I don't know if you say that's strong or that's bad at that point. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the guys that says, we shot 8 times. We shot 8 innings in a game of 8 ball. Well, I don't know if that's good that we shot that many times, or is it bad that we had that many chances? You know what I mean?
it depends if the guy's playing, lock up safes or not.
Right. I had a game like that here just a couple weeks ago. I gave a guy 6 shots at the 8 ball. He never made it. And
See, that's what makes.
he says
That's what
he
makes.
says I did good. I kept hiding the ball, and I'm like, yeah, but I gave you 6 chances to make it. That's bad for me. So if I let you hit
See,
that ball 8 times,
That's how guys manipulate their APA number.
well, any
Because
number can be manipulated. Don't make it APA or
yeah,
Fargo.
but
Any of them.
that one's got some crazy scoring. I mean, you get gigged for playing a defensive shot, but you get rewarded if you let your opponent shoot more than 4 times. You get rewarded.
Okay, Tony's on 3 here.
This could end it.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking. There's.
Yeah, through it.
Let me make sure I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
3.
11. So that's 3. Yes.
There's 12 on the table.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
3. Jonathan has 0.
Right.
So as soon as I put that 0 in there, I'll say Jonathan has 1, but not yet.
I'll bet you Tony's lost close to 100 pounds.
I've never really been up close and personal with him, so I don't really know. I mean, I've just seen him here and there. I've seen him more on flyers than I have anything. Okay, that's going to give Jonathan the 1. And here we go in the kitchen. So the 12 is going to come out. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not moving it out.
Where's the referee?
I don't know. That's why I'm looking. I'm waiting for him to come running through there.
This is going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Now we got 6. Now we got 7. Now we got 6. So we're going to play one of these if the referee don't tell us we're not going to do it. Could be. Oh, actually, yeah, the 4 ball's in, so that's 5 in the kitchen. The Hennessy's got his earbuds in, so the referee could be yelling at him from across the room. He wouldn't even hear him.
That happened with me and him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, huh?
I've seen it happen, not only just with him, but I've seen it happen.
Well, I don't like the guy that I'm playing to be wearing a headset or earplugs.
I don't
because
mind.
I think
I don't mind 1.
Yeah.
At 1, I think he has an opportunity to hear me.
Yeah.
But I also take in consideration if somebody is doing it, I try to make a notion at them. But if they don't hear me, they don't hear me. I'll try to wave at them. I'll try to say something to them.
Well, I'm playing Hennessy. I think it was 2020, and there's a froze ball, and he's looking at me, and I call the ball froze, and he takes his merry time like he always does. Well, he ends up shooting that ball, and he fouled.
Mm-hmm.
So I call foul, and he walks away. So I go up to him. I said, "You fouled." And he said, "What?" And he took one of his headset's off, and he said, "What?" I said, "You fouled." He said, "No, I didn't." I said, "I called the ball froze." He said, "I didn't hear you." And I said, "Of course you didn't hear me." I said, "You had your headset on."
Right.
So he
And
said,
here's the thing. I'm somebody that does wear earbuds every once in a while. And let me tell you what. I don't have to have my earbuds even turned on. I can just say I didn't hear you because I have them in.
so um, I went over to the referee's table, and because he adamantly said that he didn't foul. So I go over to the referee's table and I said, "Look," I said, "I didn't want him wearing the headset to begin with." I said, "But courtesy, I let him go ahead and wear them." I said, "He was looking right at me. I called the ball froze." I said, "It's not my responsibility for him to hear me." I said, "I said it loud enough, and there's other people that heard me say it, and they ruled in my favor." I was up. I was up 3-0 when he fouled, so it was 3-0-1, and he come back and just torched me.
Right. I had it happen. I'm not gonna say no names or nothing. I had it happen, and the only reason that I know that it happened is the guy who was here we go. The gentleman who was wearing the earbuds actually had his phone plugged into my charger, my personal one, so I know that his earbuds wasn't turned on. Okay? there was no there was no YouTube music or Amazon or nothing like that going through that phone because the phone was plugged in on my counter in the off position. And there was the I didn't hear you deal. So, and I called the guy out on it after the match. I'm like, hey, how do you figure you couldn't hear him because your phone's turned off still now 2 hours later laying up there at my counter. So it was interesting.
Here they go.
There they go.
Tony ain't gonna take his shit.
We're going to the restroom. Okay, we got 10 on the table, 5 on the scoreboard. We're good. I think that was one of them you shot with 5 balls behind the head string. Now I get an inning with them behind the head string. Possibly. Because the referee come up and said something, and I think Hennessy said I'm in the middle of my inning still. That's by gestures, not by what I heard. You know Mike's sleeping by now.
What's that?
I said, you know Mike's sleeping by now.
Hmm. Yeah, he's not used to getting up early.
Oh boy. Trust me, I know. You gotta go to like state events with him and stuff. Ooh, it's rough. 9, 10 a.m. start times are rough for him. And me. I mean, well, you gotta imagine we sit there in a chair from, say, a half an hour before start time to up to a half an hour or an hour after everything's ended because we still have like this situation right here that we're still playing at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? Now we still got to try to eat, get showers, stuff like that, get to the hotel room, whatever we got to do. Um,
I know one thing. It's so much easier to do these when you got someone doing it with you than by yourself.
yeah, that's true too. Um, Dual commentary is always better than single, especially for me and Mike, because we're trying to in this situation here where we're remote, we've got more to do than we do when we're live, kind of. So in these smaller races, the 2 and 3, make it go quick. So you can be talking while I'm working on the stuff to get ready for the next match. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we can keep accurate scores and stuff like that with the one pocket. 8 ball, 9 ball's not so bad. They can watch it, see what's going on. When you got to keep score, it's impossible to flip off of this stream on me and Mike's end. But it's always easier to talk with someone than to talk to yourself. Chat rooms help with that. If you pull up the chat, you kind of see who's in there. You know, the next thing you know, you're actually feel like you're talking with or to someone.
Right.
All right, so Hennessy's. Did he scratch there?
Yeah.
And I took one off. Okay. Yeah, the ball counts right because we had 10 on the table. So there's 2. I'm just going to put him at 5.
That's 16. That's 16 balls.
9. Okay. 4. I think Tony's on 5. I think Jonathan may be on 4.
Might
On
be
1.
5-1.
Yeah, it is 5-1. I think Jonathan scratched and I did not take the 1 off. We'll go with that. Only because we know Tony didn't scratch. And again, we still got 5 in the head string here, so we're going to play this out, I think. Don't make sense why they moved them once or twice and then not the rest of the time. Trying to get behind the 12. Okay, so that's 4 in the kitchen because the 4 ball is considered in. Cue ball don't count. I think Tony's just waiting on the mistake here now. Not getting too aggressive. Just going to split these balls and keep the cue ball behind everything. Oh boy. Thin the 15 and go back down table. Did you fall asleep, Mike?
No, I'm just. trying to figure out what he's up to.
Yeah, I am too. I think he's going to thin off the 15 and come back down table with the cue. Okay, there's 5 in there. I don't see no referee yet. There's the referee. Now, did he just consider the 4-ball not in the kitchen? Possibly. I guess it looks like it might be just out, but the ball is touching the line, it looks like to me. Okay, we got 5 in there. I guess they've been considering the 4-ball not quite in. Or at the 50-yard line. Possibly.
So I guess they're playing 5 balls.
Well, I'm thinking the 4-ball is borderline. I don't know if they have to be completely in, just like they have to be completely out.
There's 4 that's completely in.
You know that, yeah, but well, they're allowed to have 4 in. See, the 5th one wouldn't be in there, with it being the 4-ball is sitting on the 50-yard line, and it's not completely in. And
There's 5. There's 5 in there.
No, there's not. There is 4 right now.
Okay, the 13, the 1, the 8, and the 5 are all in.
The 4-ball is on the 50-yard line, so it's not.
Okay, forget the 4. They just took a ball from back here and spotted it.
Yes,
so
but
that was the 5th ball.
What I'm saying is, a couple minutes ago we said there's 5 balls. They're not moving them. They're considering the 4-ball not all the way in and not all the way out, and that's the ball I was talking about being the.
They did it again now.
Yes. So the same rule applies with being in the kitchen. It applies with being out of the kitchen. The ball has to be all the way in the kitchen to be considered a 5th ball. And it has to be all the way past the line to be a playable ball. So that ball just so happens to be sitting right center on the line. It's not neither way. So I was counting the 4-ball as a 5th ball, say 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We're so used to saying, are they all the way out of the kitchen? Are they all the way out? Well, now it's, are they all the way in? I guess that would have been the consideration in that last game whenever they had the 4-1, 13, all of them right there in that conglomerate. You was talking about whether it was touching the line or not. Yeah, it was touching the line, so when it's touching the line, it's not considered in or out.
Well, I can guarantee
in the Grady rule.
You can bet your last dollar that tomorrow I'll know everything about it the way Derby plays it.
Right. So the 4-ball, if you was behind the line on a scratch, you could not shoot the 4 right now. It's not completely out of the kitchen. Well, if you look at that reversed, it's not completely in the kitchen either, because it's sitting right on the 50-yard line. It's still touching the line.
But you can look at it either way.
Right.
If it's not legal to shoot it down the table, then it would be considered still in the kitchen.
Well,
but you could also do it the way you're saying.
I'm thinking they're doing it the way we're saying. There's a 2 1/4 inch gray line now on the head string line.
It's sort of like this
when
Mike.
It comes to the Grady rule.
Since we're paused, I'm gonna give you this riddle. 3 girls go to New York City. They're going to go shopping. The room costs $30 a night. So each girl hands over a $10 bill, and they pay the clerk $30 to check into the room. So the lady says, I'll send a bellhop up with your luggage. So the girls go up to their room. as the bellhop's getting their luggage ready to take it up, the lady behind the counter realizes that it's Wednesday, and Wednesday the rooms are only $25 instead of $30. So the clerk gives the bellhop 5 $1 bills to take back up to the girls. So when the bellhop goes up to take the luggage, he said, "Oh, by the way, the room tonight was only 25 instead of 30. Here's your $5 back." So he hands the one girl 5 $1 bills. So she keeps $1. She gives the other 2 girls $1, and she tips the bellhop $2 for bringing the luggage up. 25 and 5 is 30. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, instead of each girl paying $10 each, they paid. They paid
9.
Instead of paying 10 each, they paid 9 each. Okay.
So who gets
Three
the extra
times-
quarter?
3 times 9 is 27.
Who
And
gets
they
the
gave
extra
the bellhop.
quarter?
They gave the bellhop $2, which is 29. Where's the extra dollar?
I don't know. I don't know. But due to what I was saying on the commentary, when he was talking about washing machines, the 4-ball was not in earlier, is the way they're looking at the rule.
Yeah.
I was looking at it as the kind of like the behind the line in the kitchen shooting wise. Well, it's not all the way in. But I was looking at it like it's barely in, basically, saying, well, that should be considered behind the line, so it should be the 5th ball, but it's not considered all the way in the kitchen. So it's kind of a 2 1/4 inch gray area when it comes to the Grady rule, not on the in the kitchen
Maybe.
shooting. Yeah, because it has to be all the way in. So it could be 3/4 of the way out. You can't shoot it down table, but it's still 1/4 of the way in, but it's not considered being in. See what I mean? So
Yeah, but we don't know for sure if that's the way it is.
I know
it could be that way.
I know for sure that's the way it is because that's the way this referee's playing it. That 4-ball is still sitting there, and there's 4 balls on this side of it. So until that 4-ball comes all the way in or all the way out, that 4-ball is still considered an out ball. It's not considered in because it's touching the line.
You're driving me crazy with this.
Yeah, that 4-ball is.
I want to reach. I want to reach through the TV.
That 4-ball at this point does not.
I want to reach through the TV and move the 4-ball.
Right. That's what needs to happen.
My mind.
That's what needs to happen. If they bump that 4-ball a 1/2 inch,
I'm gonna buy you a 4-ball for Christmas.
Listen, if they bump that 4-ball a 1/2 inch towards the 1-ball, it's considered in the kitchen then. But if they bump it a 1/2 inch the other way, it's considered in play. Right now, it's not in either. If he would scratch right now, he cannot shoot the 4-ball.
Nobody knows.
It makes sense. See, I thought they was just kind of ignoring the referee that inning when I said there's 5 balls in there and he shot anyway. Well, that was the 5th ball. Oh, he got that ball out and put it right back in there. So 5-1. This 13 ball may do it. I'm gonna almost bet money that we're gonna see Tony shoot at it. Cross bank.
Use a lot of inside.
Wow, he did not shoot at that.
Where's Tony Shohan at? Who's in his body? He's got it on lockdown. Up 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Heel.
Like I said, he's just waiting on the 1-ball mistake.
Yeah.
And they ain't no strangers, so I'm sure in the back of Hennessy's mind he knew he wasn't going to crack at that. I'm trying to figure out how to use that Grady rule in my 8-ball tournaments on Sundays when certain people show up and one race to 2 takes 2.5 hours.
You don't need a Grady rule.
I know.
What you do is you put a shot clock on them.
Yeah, that ain't the problem. They safe all the balls down to the bottom string, and the next thing you know, there's 9 of the 15 balls on the bottom string, and they play tic tac just like you was playing one pocket in 8-ball. And there's still 10 balls on the table. That's the problem.
Well, then, all right. The easy way to do that is play short rack 8-ball.
Yeah.
Put 3 solids and 3 stripes.
Look,
and
if I wanted to just play a completely different game, I'd just play 9-ball.
Yeah.
I mean, same deal here. If they wanted to shorten it, they just put a shot clock on them from the beginning of the match. But they're trying to stay away from that.
That's what I don't understand. They bitch and complain that it takes too long, but they don't allow a ball on the break to count anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's part of the game.
Right.
Now, granted,
and a shot clock in a huge tournament like this, the minute you implement a shot clock, you've got to implement a timekeeper. So now you need a timekeeper for every table.
Or you could use a clock like they do in chess. You got to hit it. You know, hit that button.
Right.
And it resets.
Well, chess, you're sitting in a chair. You're not walking. You're not 10 feet away at this point. If the ticker's over there on the player's sitting table, Hennessy's now 12, 15 feet away.
You know, if you think about it, 90% of your games don't need a shot clock. Guys, most guys aren't habitual, users of that shit.
Right.
I mean, it shouldn't take. That's like Pittsburgh Stevie. He's a guy that I just flat out come out and tell him you can't play in the tournament. You hold up the whole tournament. There's guys playing 3 matches in the time you play one. Huh?
That's the game right there. Nope. That's 6.
2, 4, 6, 8.
So that's 6.
And he's got 1.
That gives Tony 6.
6.
There's what I'm looking for. That's right.
Well, yeah. That's in.
Nope, that's wide.
Oh, man, I thought it was in.
Made a good field goal. Now, see the 4-ball move now. Now that 4-ball is considered the 5th ball. See there? That's kind of only when the Grady ball rule is in effect is that 2 1/4 inch line there. That gray line. But it's only for in the kitchen, not.
It's over.
Yeah, it's only for in the kitchen, not out.
The next guy that talks about that Grady rule with the 4-ball has to buy the other guy a steak dinner. It's over.
Hey, I was just trying to clarify a rule that we didn't know, and we're trying to figure it out. That may come in play here in about a week, and you'll know the answer. You'll remember that ball.
I'm gonna know the answer tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll remember purple. We're gonna call that the purple rule. Me and you.
I'm gonna call you Rain Man.
Right. We're gonna call it every time we see that, and somebody else is trying to figure that out. We're gonna say that's the purple rule.
Right here's Hennessy's life.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
John, I don't care where you leave that cue ball if you don't make this ball.
I think I'll tell Mike to cut this video tomorrow. Right about the time that we came back over here. Cut it, clip it, and save it, but, cut it off so they don't have to hear all this chitter chatter.
Ba-deep, 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 ba-deep. Oh, he ain't gonna get lucky, is he? Holy cow. I think he still shoots it.
Yeah, see, Brenner says if it's touching, it's in. Well, it's not in or out.
It's in purgatory.
Right?
That ball ain't rubbing. Good night, Jonathan.
Good night, folks. Yes, sir.
Vinegar.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
We're shooting one more here. Okay, that would
Yeah.
be 7.
He had 6.
Yep, that'd be
Yeah,
7.
he needed both. That's 8.
There's 8 right there. Okay. All right, folks. We made it through it. You learned something new for Derby. And we're going to sign off for the evening. We'll see you at 10 a.m. I will be back, and who knows who will be with me. Maybe Mike. Maybe the other Mike.
Good night, everybody.
Maybe
Thanks
Julie.
for watching.
Hey, I'm glad we went through that together, Gelly. We know something that everybody else knows right now. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
We'll leave the 4 ball on for you.
Purple rule. Purple rule. You said 4 ball, you owe me a drink.
Later.
Later. Good night, everybody.
Hey guys, it's TvMike. I've got a really special support raffle going. It's actually been going for a while, but I figured since I'm doing all this great content here that I'd probably get some more support. It's $2,000 choice raffle. It's about 80% of these cues that you see you could pick from, or you can trade up with the value. So it's a 100 spot tip board, 1 for $20, 3 for $55, and 6 for $100. I have the tip board here. I can just put your name on the spots. You can use a Venmo, you can use a PayPal, and you can also use a Zelle, which I will show you the QR code so it goes straight to my Zelle. Thanks for the support. Just scan this at any time. It'll connect to my Zelle. I don't have Cash App anymore. But thanks for the support. Enjoy the show.
All right, guys. We're in a busy pool room. We've got
All right, guys, here's a new promo of the Let's Get Streaming TV LGS application. Here's all your sections. I'm only going to show you brief tidbits of the sections. You get local channels. You get all your basic and extended channels. You get extra networks. You get Canadian channels. You get UK networks. You get all your premium movie channels. You get kids channels. You get all your wrestling, boxing, UFC pay-per-views. You get all your football, all your baseball, NBA, NHL, ESPN, you name it, racing. All these sections, you get music. You also get a full-featured VOD, which I can't really show you in this. But why get a box when you can actually get the service that the box is run on? You can run this on a mobile. You can run this on an iPad, a tablet, a computer, your Fire Stick, an Android box, whatever you want. Hit me up. It's TvMike. Let's get streaming.